Never give up on anyone. God never gave up on anyone in the Bible, and he doesn't give up on anyone today. We are reading from 1 Kings chapter 19. Elijah and Ahab told Jezebel all that Elijah had done, also how he had executed all the prophets with the sword. Then Jezebel sent a messenger to Elijah, saying, "So let the gods do to me, and more also, if I do not make your life as the life of one of them by tomorrow, about this time." And when he saw that, he arose and ran for his life and went to Beersheba, which belongs to Judah, and left his servant there. But he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness and came and sat down under a broom tree. And he prayed that he might die and said, "It is enough." An angel touched him and said to him, "Arise and eat." Then he looked, and there by his head was a cake baked on coals and a jar of water. So he ate and drank and lay down again. And the angel of the Lord came back the second time and touched him and said, "Arise and eat, because the journey is too great for you." So he arose and ate and drank, and he went in the strength of that food 40 days and 40 nights, as far as Horeb, the mountain of God. Very well. You notice here that the angel, he had to insist, persevere with Elijah. The first time he spoke to him, the second time he not only spoke, but also touched him. In short, here you see that God never gives up on people. You can have a bad day, you can have a bad week, you could have a bad month. God never gives up on people. God doesn't look at um, the past or the present. He knows the future already, and he can see the potential. Sometimes you look at your situation and you feel everything is lost. In this case, we learn a lesson here because I came across a very nice story. There was um, a person that came to our family event this weekend who had not come to the church for around 2 years. Imagine 2 years passed, and the person had not been attending any meeting in the church. For whatever reason, people struggle, people go through hardship and difficulty. But there was an evangelist who had been inviting that person every single weekend for the last 2 years. When I heard that, I was impressed. I was blessed. For me, it was like a wow factor type of um, evangelist testimony. Why? Because if you follow up on someone and you invite them to come to church, not to join a religion, but you're genuinely concerned about their soul, you care about their well being, just like God cares about Elijah's well being, and he sent an angel 2 times. In most cases, if you've been texting somebody, calling someone, sending them the message, the invitation for 3 months, 6 months, every single weekend, one message: "How are you? Are you doing well? Come and join us." One of the meetings, the Sunday of peace, the Sunday of transformation, the Sunday of hope. So many blessed meetings. Most people would have already given up after 1 year. They wouldn't be texting somebody that doesn't reply, texting someone that is refusing, rejecting the invitation, texting someone that ignores them, texting someone that doesn't respond. It's hard even to find people that do that on a space of 1 year, 52 weeks, texting, texting. This evangelist was texting nonstop or inviting with joy, with happiness and with passion for 2 years. 2 years is 104 weeks, 104 weeks, 104 Sundays, never missing. And the person came last Sunday to our special family service, empowering families, and everything that was spoken in the meeting was a blessing for the soul. That person needed that message, was going through family problems. And that shows about the power of persevering, the power of never giving up, the power of insisting, persevering for your family, persevering for your personal goals, persevering for the work of God, persevering with your spiritual goals, and persevering in people. Don't label people. Don't consider people to be a hopeless case. Who are we to label people as hopeless since we don't know the future? Only God knows the future. We cannot read people their mind. We don't know what they're going through. One thing I know is that our only obligation is to persevere. Our only obligation, our only duty is to give them the bread and the water. The angel only brought water and bread. He did not force Elijah. He didn't judge Elijah. He didn't speak down on Elijah. He didn't tell Elijah, "You are a weak guy."
Didn't scold.
Yeah, he wasn't scolding him. He didn't tell Elijah, "Where's your faith?" Nothing like that. He just spoke to him and even the second time touched him and then just gave him the bread and gave him the water. The bread symbolizing the bread of life, the word of God, and the water symbolizing as well the spirit of God. And this is the only thing we need to do with our family. Keep feeding our family with a word of life, the word of hope, the word that gives strength, and the spirit of the word, passing to them spirit, life. We are life giving spirits. We're the fountain of living water. That's all the angel did. The angel didn't interfere, didn't give his opinion, and we don't need to give our opinion. Our opinion doesn't really count what we think about the person. All that matters is that we do what God is asking us to do, which is to share the gospel, the good news. Eventually, Elijah went to the mountain of God by himself. The angel didn't carry him, the angel didn't hold his hand, the angel didn't even tell him, uh, you're going to travel there this way, that way, the other way. No, he went by himself. Our testimony to our family, to our surroundings, should be enough for them to see God in us. We are the light of the world, and we are also the salt. We add flavor to people. This is so powerful. Imagine that evangelist, 2 years, giving the bread, giving the water to that person, never knowing what would be the outcome. There's a possibility that maybe the person will never come, but that doesn't matter because we are doing what is good. We're giving the water, we're giving the bread, right?
And I'm thinking she was not a nagger. Surely this evangelist was not a nagger.
Yeah.
Although she was persistent, but not nagging. Because if a person is nagging and scolding, using the wrong words, the person will have blocked her.
Yeah.
But surely there must have been savory, nice words that she spoke,
Mhm.
godly words that she
Yeah.
spoke, that encouraged her to come. And so did the angel. The angel said, "Arise and eat, because the journey is too great for you." In other words, the evangelist was saying like this: look, your life is too difficult for you to do it alone.
Mhm.
You can do a better job if you make a covenant, if you are together with God.
Uh-huh.
So the way you speak, it
Yeah.
must be words that not just pet talks, those talks, motivational speech. No, it's not about that. But making the person understand, okay, you have this problem, but alone is very difficult to overcome. But with God, it is easier. Right? So
Yeah.
the angel said, "Arise and eat the word of God. Come and feed yourself in the presence of God, because the journey is too great for you
Yeah.
to do it alone."
Okay, this is the example of Elijah. We have the example of the evangelist. And this is exactly what we need to practice with our family. That's what we need to give our family, and that's what our family needs from us. If you are fighting your battles and you're praying for your family, follow this example. This is the example that God is giving us today. And when we talk about feeding ourselves to be strengthened, today we know that we have stormy weather. However, we have the Lord's Supper, the Holy Communion, which is very important for strengthening, renewing our faith. And it's not too late for you to join our online meeting, which will be broadcasted live in our private group, 9 p.m. in the evening in English. So you can prepare your bread and your grape juice and join us for the great supper. Okay, here you have it, the last Wednesday of the month with the Lord's Supper that we will be taking part online, and you can still connect with us tonight. This is our meditation for today. May God bless all of you abundantly. Have a blessed week and join us again in the Voice of Faith tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. Bye bye.
God bless.